Today I'm working on this log cabin. I had bought this for my children. I bought it as a kid. I think I picked it up at a yard sale for maybe $100. And my oldest son assembled it, and I thought that I would save it for his children, but he chooses to live his life unmarried. He likes the single life. So I don't think there's going to be any children from that to pass it on to. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish it, paint the roof, stain the exterior walls, put a light stain on the inside, work on curtains and furniture. Maybe I'll put windows in it. And just reinforce. I noticed that the stairs is kind of loose. I want to fix that so it's stronger. We had it in our storage shed. Chipmunk had moved in and made a mess of it. So I'm going to clean it up. I see a little egg sac from some kind of head. I've taken a couple of those off. Yep. There's another one right there. I'll do a light sanding before I do any painting or staining. I put a golden maple stain on the floor, the porch rail, front door, and the window frames. And on the interior floors, and the rail, stairs, and the fireplace. My plan is to leave the walls raw, natural, and then I'm going to stain the outside dark. And then I will paint the roof a green, dark green. I want to put a dark stain on the outside so that it looks like an old-fashioned log house. Bombay mahogany for the exterior. I'm going to paint the roof green and just fix it up and give it to one of my other grandsons. And I got to come up with a family. I was thinking of like a prairie family, like a farmer, a prairie wife, and maybe a prairie boy or two, so that it could be a little plaything for my grandsons to enjoy. There's no point in it staying in my storage shed collecting dust. The furniture needs some work. Somebody was sleeping on the bed, so I gotta wash this. And I need to make a mattress for that bed. And some of the furniture is falling apart, so I'm gonna glue it back together. These are kind of tend to fall over. I may fix it so that it's actually attached to the table. Like maybe put something between here and there so that it's just one solid unit. But anyways, I'm just gonna strengthen the furniture. I'm just gonna have fun fixing this thing up. I need to come up with some things to put on the shelves, like maybe some books or dishes or something. This post got broken and has come off, so I need to repair that post there. I worked on making all the necessary repairs to the structure. When I began working on this corner post, the whole right side rail came apart, so I had to reassemble it. It was a bit tricky, putting it back together. I was having some trouble with it. Each rail needed an adjustment, so I sanded them to try to get them to fit right. Then my cat decided to join me. She often likes to get into my crafting projects. She will often watch my busy hands, but really, I think she has different intentions for my hands. While the glue sets, I can take some time to give her some attention. Or maybe she just wants to be a YouTube star. Look at her, look right into the camera. Now she's standing in the spotlight. I repaired all the broken furniture. For the stair repair, I drilled a deep hole into the top step and into the adjoining floorboard to insert a long toothpick to work as a dowel to glue it all together. Also, to ensure that I had a solid connection, I gently pulled the top step out so that I could put some glue between the floor and the top step using a toothpick to push the glue down into the cracks. Then I inserted the glue toothpick, driving it in as far as I could get it. I tried to clean up any glue residue. I used toothpicks as wood dowels in several places to reinforce the balcony rail as well as the front porch rail, drilling a hole with my small hand drill. I made sure the drill bit is the same size as my toothpick. Using glue, I hammer in the section of toothpicks. I cut off the excess and sand them smooth. All the repairs have been made. This area right here needed to be put back together. I made a reinforcement so that this is stronger and added this. The furniture is put back together again. So we have the living room, the kitchen area. I think we need to have a little rug down here. We need to put in windows. We need a few decorations, maybe a tablecloth. I need to come up with some dishes. I think I will stain that hutch back there. I'm thinking about maybe staining the furniture, but I don't know. Think about that. I think I will stain that bed and that bed, just because everything is so light. But everything is stronger and put back together. And need some decorations like curtains, painting on the wall. I want to put something up here. I have a piece of leather. I thought maybe I would make like a little animal skin to hang somewhere. Maybe make some antlers, make somewhere, put a gun rack. Maybe put a gun rack up by the door and a gun, because my grandson loves guns. Because I want this to be like a woodsy forest or mountain pioneer cabin, and then I have to come up with a family of pioneers, which I may have to make the dolls. I want a family, like a mom and a dad and a boy. And we got all the space right here, but I don't know what to do with it. All my projects are cat tested and cat approved. Well, this is the furniture that I have so far. We have the master bed, so we'll make this a master bedroom, and then we have a bed for maybe a child. They share a room, and that was very common in the prairie days, but I might make like sort of a little folding divider that stands up right here, just to give a little privacy. A mirror, that's all, very sparse. Down in here, we have like a cupboard, a table, which I'm going to turn it into like a picnic table, and we have an old-fashioned school desk because, you know, they homeschooled their kids back a long time ago, and another little cupboard that I got from another dollhouse. It should have a little painting above the fireplace. Maybe I can do something like that. And we'll see about adding windows. We've got just 1, 2, 3. We can add windows. frame those out, add curtains, make bedding, pillows, mattress, and maybe quilts, something that looks like a quilt. Oh yes, we could put a rug. But yeah, we need to fix it up and turn it into a wonderful little gift for my grandson, and then come up with a pioneer family to live in it. With the repairs done, I began staining some of the furniture and the house itself. I decided on making this a hunting cabin, so I made a shotgun and a gun rack to hang over the fireplace. I will add a deer skin, a sheep skin, and a bear rug. I made a fishing pole and a fishing basket to add to the concept. This is a family that hunts for their food. Mom cooks on an open fire outside. She's smart. She makes sourdough bread because it's healthy. A jar of starter on her pantry. She keeps stock of the main ingredients in her pantry: flour, sugar, and salt for bread making. While the guys are out hunting and fishing, she stays home making bread and churning butter after she milks the cow, of course. She also sews, so I made her a sewing box, including tiny spools of thread. She sewed up the curtains, the pillows, the quilts, and clothes for her family. She's a happy homemaker and has made quite a cozy home for their family to live. Of course, you know the father built the house with the help of his wife and son. This family is an American family, an American pioneer family. The colors of their decor is red, white, and blue. They are a Christian family with biblical values. They homeschool their son. The father takes the son out hunting and fishing. The guys have to chop wood and bring home the meat. They learn tan hides and make bearskin rugs. They probably have chickens and a cow or two to help plow the ground to provide for themselves. They don't have indoor plumbing, so they probably use an outhouse. The guys probably have a workshop or a barn where they build furniture out of logs they cut. They don't have electricity, so they get up with the sun and use candlelight at night, but they probably go to bed early. I made little candles out of parts that I removed from an old VHS tape. Do you even know what a VHS tape is? And I found some nuts with square bases in my wood workshop for the base of the candles, then glued in some paper cuts out for the flame. This family proudly displays their family crest because of their godly heritage that they are proud of. I framed a photo of myself to be the boys' grandmother, plus to remind my grandson that I made this for him. I included a framed photo of my eldest son, Uncle John, who assembled the house. He is wearing colonial clothes in the picture because he was in a play at BJU. This project is a birthday gift for one of my grandsons who loves guns. The little rifle is likely to be his favorite part of this whole project. I spent an entire afternoon making that gun, just because I know it will please him. So the project is done. A labor of love, and it was really quite fun to dress and add little details. I keep thinking of more details that I could add, like a mounted set of antlers to hang on the wall, or a knitting basket of yarn for the mom. And I didn't get around to making the braided rug I had thought of. Perhaps I can add things later, but his birthday has come, and it's time to deliver his project to him. I hope you enjoyed this project as much as I did pulling it all together. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to see more of my other creative projects.